CBS 2 News in high definition.
Well, Sex and the City had its red carpet premiere at Radio City Music Hall, showcasing all the glitz and glamour the cast has embodied, wow, for more than a decade now.
The film opens nationwide on Thursday, but you can already start working on that style. CBS 2's consumer reporter Kristen Cole shows us how.
It's been 2 years.
Is it a movie or a style statement? Sex and the City 2 is expected to define trends for this summer and beyond.
It's huge.
Stylists are already taking note, building outfits to recreate the mystique of the desert, complete with gladiator sandals, harem pants, relaxed embellished top, and turban. Stylist Dana Ravitch, co-author of Fashion for Dummies, is already pulling together the look for her clients.
Like the deserty thing, it's sort of flowy, a little bit more relaxed and casual.
Bold color is a must on everything from accessories to hats. And designers are already stitching up their own version of the film's iconic dresses.
There are certain dresses that we look at and we have that aha moment.
This $9,000 Pucci design dress with Zach pose and belt is out of reach for most, but for a more affordable $400, Faviana Dresses has its prototype ready to produce and ship. And Sexonistas are already starting to call department stores to reserve one for themselves. And Faviana knows sex success. This ivory carry dress from the first film was quickly interpreted by their design team.
It was one of our best-selling dresses. We've colored it in multiple colors.
For under $300. Plus, it was done in a long version, and Carrie's signature wedding gown was created as well, giving every girl a chance to live the glamorous life, if only for a night. Kirsten Cole, CBS 2 News.
Well, of course, the big story of the day, lots of...
Jill, good morning to you. This morning on Today's Style, Oscar looks for less. Jill Martin is a Today and Us Weekly contributor. Jill, good morning to you. Tell us about her dress, the original.
This was Badgley Mishka, and she was wearing over $200,000 worth of jewels, so it only complemented that. And this just continued with the asymmetric neckline that we saw so much in the Oscars last year. This is Faviana, $298. It's very rare that you see a print. And this is Dries Van Noten, and look at this beautiful dress. And this is really relatable because you could wear this to a cocktail party.
Absolutely.
This was made just for her, and this designer actually made her wedding dress, so she's a big fan. And this is Faviana, $258. It will be available in 4 to 6 weeks.
Jill, talk to me a little bit about how, again, who are the people that are there, you know, with the pens and the pads?
You know, it's so funny. I was talking to the designers of Faviana. They're not even in LA. They're in New York, and they're literally sitting there with the pen and the pad. And the second they step out, they say, what can people relate to? What dresses should we make? And this is what they came up with, because it was such a bold, whimsical red carpet that people are now going to have fun, other than last year, which was a little more subtle.
Finishing third, Fergie, who is lovely in this lilac stunner worth thousands. Once our poll results were tallied, designers at Faviana, New York, worked to make your red carpet fantasy a reality. And we were there for all the couture chaos. The color of the duplicate dress, which is $338, was custom created, and then the waist was done by hand. The eye-popping interpretation of Lea Michele's $10,000 fairy tale ball gown, which came in second in our poll, took 10 hours and 3 workers to put together.
Who is this guy?
Oscar De La Renta.
The design person said this is the hardest dress he's ever had to make. Each piece of the sheared tulle is all hand sewn on to create this like flower effect.
This ready-to-wear replica, which will retail for $400, is made up of 6 different parts and 8 different patterns. Coming in first in our poll, Courtney Cox's black corset gown worth thousands. Faviana's stretch satin version will cost $278. The key to this dress is the detailed jeweled belt.
That was really the hardest part of the dress, finding something that would be a great buckle. I really found this on the top of a handbag, and then we asked to buy a couple handbags, we take it off, we put it on the dresses.
On the night of the Oscars, the stars hadn't even made their way to the end of the red carpet before designers were sketching away, trying to copy the latest styles. Naveed Muradi works at fashion house Faviana.
We're sketching as we're looking at the dresses.
The New York fashion house Faviana prides itself on making celebrity look-alike gowns at a fraction of the original price. With the country in the middle of a recession, the design firm is targeting fashionistas turned recessionistas who can't afford to spend thousands of dollars on a designer evening gown. Faviana offers bling on a budget, with its dresses retailing for between $200 and $500 each. Omid Muradi says the turnaround is almost immediate.
From the time we see it on the red carpet, we have the dresses from 24 to 48 hours, a sample made. We show that to our customers, our retail stores, and they're hanging in stores 4 to 6 weeks for consumers to buy.
Within hours of the stars arriving at the 82nd Academy Awards, the design team at Faviana had replicated the looks of Hollywood actresses Kristen Stewart, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Queen Latifah. Here's the original Queen Latifah dress, and here's the copy.
Queen Latifah dress is actually a perfect example because it's a dress that interprets for many different sizes. A young woman who's a size 2 could wear the dress, or a woman who's a size 24 could wear the dress.
The design team also copied what Miley Cyrus wore, hailed by critics as one of the best dressed on Oscars night.
And that was one of the dresses we decided to be inspired by because we really felt that a young girl going to her prom or a woman going to a special occasion could wear a style like that.
The designs will keep Faviana busy until the next awards season, when it's time to replicate the next look.
So, to tell us about the hottest styles soon to walk down the aisle, the editor-in-chief of Brides magazine, Millie Martini-Bratton, joins us now. Good morning, and it's good to have you here.
Thank you. Good morning.
It's important to note that the gowns we're about to see are couture. I mean, these are the top of the end, very expensive.
And here you see the beautiful David Tutera by Faviana dress. Lovely ball gown, the jeweled bodice, tulle skirt, those little lace panels hide a very exciting detail underneath.
And you take the skirt off after the ceremony, and ta-da!
And ta-da, here
it's a whole nother dress.
Skirt for the top, right? Kind of like very fashion, very carriage, right?
This one is, I mean,
and this is our version for less.
The version she wore in the movie was actually Zach Posen. This absolutely amazing Faviana skirt is the original version in the movie, $10,000.
Wow.
This skirt, $200,
really?
ladies.
Everybody come along.
So we're helping you find those designer looks for a fraction of the cost. And here to help us is stylist Dana Ravitch. Hey, Dana.
Hi. Lizzie's wearing this dress by Faviana. This dress is $258 retail. This dress is also Faviana, $298. This is also by Faviana. This is under $300. This dress was $318 by Faviana.
And we can find all the dresses at Faviana.com. They're a New York company. We love that.
From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
This morning on Jill's Fun Finds, red carpet looks for less on Sunday. Your favorite TV stars walk down the red carpet at the Emmy Awards, showing off their designer dresses, shoes, and jewelry. Now you can recreate those looks on a budget. Really? Well, today, an Us Weekly contributor, Jill Martin, is here with some amazing options. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So, you know, it's so interesting. Some of the looks you probably don't want to copy before we get to the stuff that everyone wants to
That's
copy.
right. Well, I ran into Natalie Morales actually on the red carpet, and she was in a dress you actually would wear.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
She looked absolutely, there we are.
Gorgeous.
She looked
You
absolutely,
both look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. She looked absolutely gorgeous. But there were dresses we both saw that I kind of said, You looked at Heidi Klum. She was in a mini Marchesa dress. I mean,
She looked amazing.
Heidi Klum could wear a garbage bag and look amazing. But look at this dress. I mean, so mini. She just had a baby, though, so you have to give her credit for wearing this. And then January Jones, she was on some people's best list, some people's worst list. It's this Versace dress. I just thought this dress was too much. I thought her hair was just, she looked like she rolled out of bed to me.
Yeah.
So this to me is unrelatable. But there are dresses that are being made now that are similar that you can get that will be out in December, so you can get them for the spring.
And these dresses created a buzz, and the first look was Brooke Burke, the actress who was on Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
She looked spectacular in her dress. Describe Brooke's dress and let me see what you have.
Well,
that's
she was
inspired by it.
in Mark Zanino, specially made for her. And it's actually who designs a lot of her dresses for Dancing with the Stars with Chopard Jewels. And this is our version. This is Faviana, Faviana.com. This is chiffon for $268. Now, where are you going to wear this? Well, if you're having
everywhere, if you're lucky.
a destination wedding, I think, if you're going to get married on the beach, is fabulous. And in December, a lot of people start shopping for prom.
Okay.
So I think it's a very appropriate prom dress because the strapless is very in, but a beautiful dress that I think a lot of people can really relate to.
And the detail on the bodice is very nice. I mean, for an affordable dress, sometimes you lose the detail, but that's nice.
No, they did a really good job. Again, this will be out in December.
Very
and
nice.
You have to figure her with everything costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is under $600 with jewels, with shoes.
Wow. All right, that looks good. And our next look, Lea Michele from Glee.
I know you're a Gleek,
I'm a
right?
Gleek. I am a Gleek.
I don't watch Glee, but she actually turned 24 on Sunday. It was her birthday, and she was in Oscar de la Renta, and that was really, I thought, one of the beautiful dresses with Brian Atwood pumps and Lorraine Schwartz jewelry.
And the navy was popular this year
Navy was
as well.
popular. There was a lot of color. No one wore a simple black dress.
And here's a dress inspired by that look.
And isn't this great?
It is beautiful.
It's $398. And look at the detail, look at the scalloping, and also the jewels, this gunmetal jewels by Roberta Chiarella.
Love it.
And the shoes, I think you could see the shoes under there, ninashoes.com, which they really make shoes that are inspired by celebrity looks, but are also very similar for under $100. And the jewelry is also around $100.
So right now,
great.
Lea Michele, the actress, is saying, darn it, I spent all my money. I could have had this dress.
Let me tell you something. Those stars are not spending money. They get those dresses either specially made, they get dozen set, and they pick what they want.
Very nice.
So
Well, that is beautiful.
Beautiful look.
Our next look inspired by what we saw, Naya Rivera, a new young star. She's also on Gleek.
Right, and
Glee. I'm a Gleek.
I'm not a Gleek, but she's actually the cheerleader, and you never get to see what she looks like.
Wow.
So everybody was sort of like, wow, look at her here. And again, she's worth $100,000 here. I mean, just beautiful
What
dress.
color is that dress?
It's almost a beautiful blue, and you can see it here because I think this is really, again, by Faviana, and this is just a great look. I mean, you really have to know where you're going, though, in this dress. I mean, a beautiful black tie affair, but I think it's flattering, especially if you're bigger on the backside. This is a great dress because it sort of will hide with all the rouging. But this is just a beautiful dress. And if you look at the earrings, I mean, those were worth about $1 million, and these are Roberta Chiarella. So very close.
And to your point, if you've got great legs, you can play up your legs or downplay other parts of your body if you don't want to accent something.
It's all about what body parts you want to highlight.
Well, that shows a lot of leg. It looks good.
Right. You may want to sew it up a little bit depending on your audience.
No, you don't. Okay, next we have a look inspired by Eva LaRue from CSI Miami. She was in a backless white gown.
I interviewed her on the red carpet.
What did you think of the dress in person?
First of all, she wasn't wearing Spanx, so I was like,
lucky her.
Brave you. And she said she was nervous wearing this dress because it's white, because it's backless, because it's sexy. But I thought she really carried it off, and because it's so sort of sexy. She wore her hair in a low ponytail, which I loved. And you look at this, hers was Ode Shakar. This one's $298 in a silk satin. Just do a little spin for us because you can with that figure. And this is just gorgeous. But this is one of the dresses I have to say you have to know where you're going in this dress and have a very hot date.
You don't want to be wandering around Main Street in your neighborhood.
Hot date. And again, ninashoes.com. And these are just a beautiful neutral pump to have in your wardrobe and peep toe.
It is a foxy dress. Let's bring out all of our models. You all look absolutely red carpet amazing. Jill, great stuff. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Especially on a budget that rocks. All right, Jill Martin, thank you very much.